This video will be 24 things I learned in 2024, but we're actually starting with an extra point because I wanted to make this video as a New Year's video, but now, as you can tell, it's February, and I wanted to still make it because I think it's never too late, and I'm kind of proving this with this video because I wanted to make it and I could just leave it and never do it, but I could also just go, okay, it's late, it's not perfect, it's not ideal, but I still want to make this video, so I still am going to make this video. My 2024 has been pretty rough. It was not a very great year. It was very hard and it was very painful, which naturally means I learned a lot. Yay! Because I think you learn the most when you go through a lot of pain, so I learned a lot. And I think sometimes you can avoid a lot of pain when you get taught something, when you learn something, and sometimes obviously you have to learn it on your own, make your own mistakes, but sometimes it also helps to know like the mistakes that others made so that you can avoid them. So we're starting with number 1. You can plan all you want, but life has its own plan, and that's okay. It's interesting because life, you usually want to plan your life and you think it will go this way and then you'll do this and it will be perfect. It will never be perfect, and it will also rarely go as you planned. So you should basically detach from having a lot of plans and just accept that life is life, and you never know what's going to happen, and you never know if your plans will work out the way you want it to. Of course you can set goals, but you should keep in mind that it's very flexible and that you need to adapt a lot. The second lesson I learned is you are not a loser just because some things don't work out. This basically means when something doesn't go your way and something doesn't work out like you wanted it to, that doesn't mean that you failed. You don't have to like throw in the towel and be like, okay, I'm done, I will never try again. No, you're not a failure, you're not a loser. It's okay. Just adjust, try again, or try something else. That's fine. Number 3, you are not unlovable just because you lose friends. You lose some, you gain some. That's life. This was a tough one to learn because every time someone doesn't want to be in your life anymore, it hurts. Like, there's no other way to describe it, it just hurts. But that doesn't mean that you are unlovable or that something is wrong with you. It just means that you and this person aren't compatible anymore, and that you have different expectations for your lives, and that you are drifting apart, and that's okay, because you will actually find people who fit better into your life and who you will love so much. And your time is very limited on this earth, we all know that, so you might as well spend it with people who align better with your life. Then 4, learning how to learn is more important than what you learn. That's something I learned because I studied something that I don't use at the moment, and it still taught me how I can learn basically anything. And that's the most amazing skill you can learn. When you learn how to learn, the world is open to you. You can learn anything, you can become good at anything without having to go through multiple degrees and studying at a university that helps you guide your way through something. You can just learn it on your own, and that is very freeing, and that is very, very cool. 5, a degree is nothing but a piece of paper. And this might seem controversial because what you're taught is that it's very important to get a degree, it's very important to have a good education. But at the end of the day, I know a lot of people who have their degrees and they don't use them at all. They have them, and that's nice, but they're not as important as you might think. And there are even people who don't have any degrees and they're doing pretty good in life. So don't be fooled by something that society tells you that you need to have and you need to do. You don't. 6, letting people go actually does get easier. 7, it's okay to be the villain in someone's story. You can't please everyone. Some people will think of you very bad things and they will see you in a very different light than all of your friends and everyone you love, and that is okay. You can't be the nice person in everyone's story, because if you are nice to everyone, do you even have a character or a personality? I don't think so. 8. You can be scared and unsure and still do it. Just go for it. 9. It's not enough to know what and who you want and wait for it. You also have to actively push away everything that doesn't align. This means if you have like a lot of distractions going on and you think that's fine as long as you still try to somehow focus on the things that you want, no, that doesn't work that way. You have to actively push everything away that doesn't serve you, because then A, you'll get to your goal a lot faster, and B, you get to your goal, because otherwise you could get distracted that much that you don't even follow your goal anymore and you might not even realize it. 10. Saying no is not rude. This is very important. No is a full sentence and it is not rude. 11. You don't owe anyone your company. So if you feel like you have to hang out with someone because you have to be nice and you don't want to say no, you can say no. It's okay. You don't have to spend time with people that you don't want to spend time with. You don't have to spend time with people at all, actually, but that's a different story. 12. Some people are mean and hateful. It's not about you. Get over it. Some people just sometimes have a bad day and then you meet them and they're rude to you, and that doesn't mean that it's about you. It's not about you. It's all about them. So move on with your life and be good. 13. It's okay to walk away from people who don't align with your values and vision. So it's also okay to be the one who is walking away when you know that these people won't serve you in any way and won't be beneficial for your life and won't be good for you. You can just walk away. 14. You don't have to love yourself to start acting like it. This is a big one, because I always thought I have to first love myself to like treat myself kindly. No, you can just start treating yourself like someone who actually already loves themselves. And then loving yourself will automatically follow, because your brain will realize, okay, I'm treating myself like someone I love so much. And then you will actually start to love yourself, and it's magical. It's better to do it and only give it 10% than to not do it at all. This one is also very important, because sometimes when we think we have to make something very perfect, when we are perfectionists, we think we can only do something if we give it our all and if it's perfect. But would you rather not do it at all, or do it and it be not perfect? Because let's be real, you rarely have your 100% available and you rarely make something that is perfect, so you might as well just do it as best as you can that day. 16. You don't know if you like something until you become good at it. This is something very important, because I have been trying a lot of new things, and in the beginning, when you want to learn something new, when you want to create a new hobby, a new interest, then you'll be pretty bad at it at first, and you have to give it a proper chance. You have to become good at it, stick with it for a couple of weeks. And then, when you're good at it and you still don't like it, then you don't like it. Because people usually don't like things that they're bad at. But if you are good at something and you don't like it, then you know for sure you don't like it. 17. Staying inside, isolating yourself, and not doing any sport was never a solution to anything. I think the people who do that know what I mean. Stop doing that. 18. The only thing keeping you from achieving your goals is you. This is a hard pill to swallow, but if we're really honest, we're trying to blame everything else but us, but in the end of the day, we know it's us. We are the problem. But luckily, we have full control over us and we can fix that. 19. Having even one real friend is plenty. Sometimes we tend to think that we need a lot of friends. We don't. If you have one good friend in this world, that's already amazing. 20. People online are actually quite nice. This is something I relate to a lot. That's something I had to learn. I was very scared posting more online and doing more things and exposing myself to the internet, and I thought I was going to be, I don't know, bullied, or that haters would be very mean. But instead I found a lot of people who are actually very nice and who support me, and I'm just endlessly grateful for that. So, to everyone who started following me online, I love you so much. 21. What will set you apart is not your knowledge, it's your ability to act despite the lack of it. This is something also very important. I tend to collect as much information as I can, especially when learning about something new, but you get stuck like this because you think I need more and more and more information, and you never act. But the people who get ahead, the people who actually get the stuff done, they accept their lack of knowledge and they still do it. They act. And honestly, sometimes you learn way more when you just do something compared to when you just read about it and you get information. So if you have something on your mind that you want to do when you're still collecting information, just do it. You have enough information, I promise you. Just do it. 22. Books are still the best source of knowledge. Books are amazing. If you haven't read a book in a while and you're just reading online sources, grab a book, girl. Oh boy, grab a book. 23. It's not about getting rich, it's about learning as much as you possibly can. Focus on the part of learning and doing, not on the result. Focus on the way, not the result. 24. The goal was never happiness, it's reducing pain as much as you possibly can. This one's tough because I always thought throughout the year, why can't I just be happy? Because I was really struggling with that. I was very, let's not say depressed, but I was very sad and frustrated throughout the year, and I was thinking, why am I not happy? Why can't I just be happy? And that's a very wrong thing to think, because first of all, who in this world is happy? It's so difficult to become happy and then also to stay happy. Happiness is not something we should strive for, I think. And that's very controversial to everything we are told, because usually people say, yeah, well, the ultimate goal is happiness, but it's not. Focus on reducing pain. Reduce the pain in your life, and that will already make it 100 times better. Focus on the small things, focus on things that bother you, and then step by step, your life will get more enjoyable. And maybe you'll even get close to happiness, or maybe you even achieve happiness, but you shouldn't focus on that. Don't focus on happiness. Focus on reducing the pain as much as you possibly can. So those are my lessons that I learned in 2024, and I would love to hear what you learned in 2024. I know it's already February, but you probably still remember 2024, so I would love to hear that, so comment. And if you want to see more of me, then you can follow me. Let's become internet friends, I would love that. And yeah, I hope I'll see you around.